Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Abby here, busy mom of 6, high school football coach's wife, health coach, and amongst other things, right? All the things. I am a mom who has learned to prioritize self-care, and I want to talk to you guys about that today because it's a topic that's near and dear to my heart. And I specifically want to talk about self-care on a tight budget. Because as a family of 8 with 6 children, the budget is tight in this economy. That's just the reality. And I think so many times we think of self-care as like expensive spa treatments or pedicures or massages or sometimes things that are really luxurious. And while those are nice, they're not always current reality. But that doesn't mean that we can't care for ourselves as moms. Because like I always say, you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm learning, especially as a stay-at-home mama now, that taking those intentional moments to really fuel my body and my own mind have made a huge difference. About almost 5 years ago in January, I completely revolutionized who I was as a mom by going on a weight loss journey, and it changed everything about my life, really, because before that, and this video is not about weight loss, so just keep listening. It's not about that. Before that, I had really not taken the time to realize that I needed to put on my own oxygen mask first. And I was tired and grumpy and short-tempered and not showing up as the mom and wife I wanted to be for essentially the first 7 or 8 years of motherhood. And since I came to that realization and conclusion that I actually was worth the investment in myself, I feel like I've been a better mom. So today we're going to specifically talk about some things that I do, some tips, tricks, and budget-friendly items, and maybe help you think about self-care in a way that you haven't thought about it before. Now, I want to caveat this by saying that some of the things I'm going to be talking about are regarding health insurance, and if you don't have health insurance, then obviously those pieces won't apply to you, but I'm also just talking about some good general tips and tricks that you can use. So firstly, I think the thing that has most changed self-care for me is by going to counseling or therapy. And I think there's a stigma around it still. It's getting less and less taboo these days, but I think everyone can benefit from therapy or counseling with a good therapist. I have an amazing Christian therapist whom I love, who always points me to Jesus and who just understands my life as a busy mama and a foster mama and a medical mama and kind of all the things that go with that. And I feel like just my times that I get to speak with her make all the difference. I actually just had a session this morning, and I always leave being so happy that I got off my chest what I needed to say in a judgment-free zone. Insurance largely in part will cover mental health services preventatively with a little or no copay. So you should definitely check out your insurance if you have it and see if those counseling services are covered, because I get to do those at little to no cost to me. The same goes for chiropractic care. I played college volleyball and ran track for years, through track. And I did a lot of damage to my body in so doing. And so going to the chiropractor regularly has been another form of self-care for me, and another thing that actually is covered largely in part by insurance. So I think right now I'm going for $5 a visit. And so going to the chiropractor is one of those things for me that's pretty inexpensive, that just helps me to keep my body in alignment and feeling really, really good. I'm going to share a lot of tips today, and not all of them are going to be places that you have to go or things you have to do, but these are just kind of some of the big ones on the forefront of my mind. Another thing that I think is a great form of self-care is exercise. I haven't gotten to do as much as I have wanted lately, because since having my thyroid out, I've been dealing with a lot of fatigue. But going to the gym, just the ritual of that, or going on a walk somewhere, makes all the difference. Now that the weather's nice, I've been trying to put the babies in the stroller and go walking. But one thing I do highly recommend to moms, and one thing that I'm looking for, I haven't found it locally, but my insurance actually will help cover a gym membership for like preventative health services. And so check into your insurance once again if they'll help cover some of that. But I've been looking for like a YMCA type gym where they have childcare as well, because even if it's that you get a 15-minute walk alone on the treadmill and then your kids get to go in the childcare for the other 45 minutes of that hour for you to go shower and blow dry your hair, that is a great form of self-care, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, just to give yourself a second, an hour of the day to focus on you. Okay, I know so many moms that live in bigger cities where there are multiple gyms available with childcare that do that, and they rave about it. They love it because you can just have a minute to yourself, even if you're not exercising the whole hour. I love exercise classes as well. Right now, once again, I'm struggling to find one that has childcare, but check to see if your insurance will help cover that monthly cost, because ours will. The other thing that I'm excited about is next week, I have an appointment scheduled at a local beauty college that does discounted beauty treatments. And there was a whole list of them. I saw a friend post about it. But basically, if you live next to a community college that offers cosmetology classes, usually like once a week, they will offer reduced cost appointments for the students learning. So I'm going to go get a pedicure and manicure. And I think the manicure was $8 and the pedicure is $10 or something, like so cheap compared to actually going to a salon. And so while I might not be able to afford $60 to $100, a month to go get nails done, doing it at a community college who is also learning to do these services can be a great solution. One of the things I'm doing right now, you don't even have to leave your house. I have a heating pad. I got it for like $10 at Walmart. And I love to just lay down on the couch while the kids are napping, turn my heating pad on, grab a book or even my phone to scroll, and get a fun drink. I usually keep like a gallon of unsweet tea in the fridge with flavor packets. You can buy the boxes of sugar-free flavor packets from Dollar Tree for $1.25, and usually in the afternoon I'll pour myself like an unsweet tea with a flavor packet or a Diet Dr. Pepper, something that I just have at home. Sometimes I'll go to happy hour at like Sonic or HTO where I can get a fun drink for like under $2. But I like to keep stuff at home too, so I don't have to like lug the babies out to do that. And really just purposefully and intentionally spending nap time. I think as a mom, it's so easy to like guilt yourself into like laundry or, work or homework or whatever while the kids are napping. And while that is sometimes necessary, I've really been trying to focus lately on just resting when they're asleep, and it's made a huge, huge difference. Bubble baths are another way that is kind of like my escape, especially during football season, like when I'm home with the kids for 12 to 14 hours a day by myself every day, and usually doing like dinner alone. When my husband gets home, he knows like he's on bedtime duty and he's sending me off to take a bath. And even something as simple as like some Epsom salt or some Dr. Teal's bath soap, you can get a giant bottle pretty cheap at Walmart. Lighting a candle makes a huge difference. Candles from Dollar Tree are usually one of those splurges on myself. It's $5 in their like plus section. And I'll just light a candle, and I'll take my Stanley full of water in there and use that as a time to read or once again scroll social media, whatever. Just finding that time to gift that to myself. And I feel like, as moms, it can be easy to like put ourselves last and always be trying to, do things for our children, which is so great. But if we don't take care of ourselves, we get burned out. And then what good are we to anyone? I think those were like the main things that I wanted to share. I will also say, I'm not talking about weight loss, but eating healthy and fueling your body well and getting enough water makes all the difference too. Actually, my daughter had a hospital procedure on Monday. We got home late. I kind of ate something that wasn't the best choice for me. And then I just felt so crummy the next day. And now that I've had like 5 years of like clean eating, I can really tell when I choose something that's not clean, that I can feel it in my body. And that's not to say it's not balanced or whatever, but just being cognizant of like what we're putting into our bodies can make a huge, huge difference. So I just want to encourage you, if you're a busy mama and you're just in the thick of motherhood and you feel like it's, man, I haven't gotten new clothes in a long time, like, I'm right there with you, girl. Like, I have clothes in my closet that do not fit in my current size. I think I've worn the same 2 dresses to church for like the last, 3 months. Okay. So I get it. Like, when money is tight, it's not always the luxury that you have of like going out and buying a new outfit or going to get storage problems, story of my life. But I just wanted to encourage you, like, you are worth it. And even just sitting down with your spouse or your partner and like brainstorming, like, hey, what am I looking at? Even if it's $10 or $20 a month for your self-care budget, like, buy the candle, buy the bubble bath, right? Whatever it may be for you, check into the benefits that your health insurance allow. And just, even if it's just taking that 30 minutes while the baby is napping to just put on a show or scroll your phone or read a book, it's just so important for the longevity of your own health, physically, mentally, and your, well-being as a mom. So hopefully some of these tips were helpful to you. As a seasoned mama who has a lot of kids that's done it for a long time, I hope they could be useful to you.